Hey guys, and welcome to my review of Rock and Roll Racing. Time to dust off my cartridge copy and play on the original SNES with the 8-bit Do wireless controller to find out if this game is still worth a replay in 2026. Rock and Roll Racing is a combat racing game with an isometric viewpoint developed by Silicon and Synapse and published by Interplay. Released for the Super Nintendo in 1993 and the Genesis in 1994. A Game Boy Advance port was eventually released in 2003 after Silicon and Synapse rebranded into Blizzard Entertainment. Back in the day, the story wasn't told through the game itself. No, if you wanted the full backstory, you had to crack open the manual. According to the manual, in the year 2833, humanity discovers intelligent life on a distant planet called Bogmire. What follows next is a craze unlike anything the universe has ever seen. The manual did feature some fantastic character artwork and even included a few tips for mastering your rock and roll racing skills. What you'll notice immediately when you boot up the game is a fantastic chiptune rendition of Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood and the Destroyers. Back in the day, hearing recognizable rock songs in a video game felt incredible. The soundtrack actually helped give the game a personality that stood out from nearly every other racer on the market. And the presentation didn't stop there. The game even featured commentary from Larry Supermouth Huffman. Throughout each race, he'll chime in with memorable one-liners triggered by events on the track.
Let the carnage begin!
It was actually a surprising impressive feature for 1993, and it added a ton of excitement to every race. But cool music and commentary only go so far. The real question is this game actually still fun to play? The answer is a louder yes than a guitarist kicking over an amplifier.
Ouch!
When starting a new game, you're given a choice of 6 playable characters, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. Some take corners better, some accelerate faster, and some have a higher top speed. After selecting your driver, you'll choose from 3 starter vehicles and several color options before heading into your first race. Overall, the campaign takes roughly 8 hours. One of the things I love the most is its progression system. After every race, you're awarded prize money based on your finishing position. Better engines, suspension, tires, or weapons can be purchased at the shop between races. Basically, everything you'd spend money on if your daily commute involved rocket launchers and alien death races. It's a simple and effective system where every race feels meaningful because you're constantly working toward the next upgrade or faster ride. The sense of progression makes it feel like you're gradually climbing the ranks of a dangerous intergalactic racing league. It's worth pointing out though that there is no automatic save feature, but instead a password input screen. Now I know normally these are kind of a pain, but it's actually quite easy. Next time you boot up the game, just enter your password and it takes you where you left off and even saves all the upgrades you had. The controls still hold up remarkably well. Using the L and R buttons to slide around corners feels responsive and satisfying. And the tracks are packed with hazards that keep you on your toes. You'll launch over massive jumps, dodge landmines, avoid oil slicks, and battle opponents who are just as eager to blow you off the road as they are to cross the finish line. And let's be honest, half the fun comes from launching a rocket into the back of an opponent's vehicle and watching them explode to pieces while Larry screams about it. Rock and Roll Racing strikes a great balance between accessibility and challenge. It's easy to pick up and understand within minutes, but difficult to put down once you get into its upgrade loop and high-speed combat. Pulling off a clean lap while dodging hazards, avoiding enemy fire, picking up cash, and maintaining a lead makes you feel like an absolute champion. As you climb through the ranks, you'll travel to new planets featuring unique environments, new opponents, and increasingly challenging tracks. The variety helps keep the campaign fresh from beginning to end. Visually, the game still has plenty of charm. Its colorful, post-apocalyptic art style feels like somebody threw Star Wars, Mad Max, and a heavy metal album into a blender and somehow got exactly the right result. The racers are memorable, the vehicles look great, and each planet feels distinct. As for difficulty, I played through the game on Veteran. The opening races are fairly forgiving, especially while you're driving your first ride. However, once you reach the 5th planet, the challenge does ramp up significantly. Staying in first place can sometimes feel harder than trying to talk your way out of a parking ticket. The AI becomes far more aggressive and mistakes become much more costly. Success requires learning track layouts, mastering corners, timing your jumps correctly, and making smart use of your weapons and nitro boosts. A bad landing or missed turn can quickly send you from first place to last. Fortunately, the increased difficulty only makes the racing more exciting. Every missile fired, every boost used, and every successful pass feels that much more rewarding when the competition starts fighting back. So, Is Rock and Roll Racing still worth playing in 2026?
Absolutely.
If you're a fan of combat racers, satisfying progression systems, arcade action, and classic rock music compressed into glorious SNES chiptunes, this remains one of the best racing games on the platform. More than 30 years later, Rock and Roll Racing is still fast, chaotic, addictive, and ridiculously fun. Some retro games age like milk, but Rock and Roll Racing has aged like a well-loved vinyl record. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Rock on.